Okay, hello folks. I believe we're ready to go now. So today I want to discuss with you the probably the number one reason why we are poor and or homeless or just housed and poor, whatever. Uh, the number one reason is we got no money brains. You know, we need some skills at taking care of our money. And you get those skills by actually doing it and then over and over every day. Uh, and what this is basically is creating a budget and and improving on that budget every week or every month or whatever. But the big thing is to stick with it, and then to move on, and and that is how you by making a budget, sticking with the budget. That is how you go reach a goal of maybe that goal is not being homeless. Maybe the goal is getting a better house. Maybe the goal is maybe you're already homeless and you're trying to get back into the whole housing society. So whatever your position is, you've got to budget your money, your finances. You've got to have a place for every dollar. Before you earn that dollar, you got to know in your head where it's going to go, which part of which dollar is going to go where. Um, the thing is budgets. These most of these budgets are geared towards people with fairly good jobs. Middle America. You know, $55,000-$60,000 a year type people. But even if if you're down to doing a $10,000 a year, you still got to do a budget. No matter how much money you make, you get started on this budget, and then once you get those skills, you will graduate up to being able to figure out how to make more money and more money in order to climb up the ladder, the success ladder, or keeping up with the Joneses, or whatever the heck you're up to doing. The easiest way is to do with the. Have you heard of the 50-30-20 budgeting things? Budgeting style. And what that means is basically you got 50% of your money every month goes towards housing and everything that makes your housing work, like your rent / mortgage, your insurance, your garbage bill, your electric bill, your gas bill, all those bills that takes to run a house. You need to budget 50% of your money for those. Now, I understand that most of us pay much more than that for housing expenses, but nevertheless, if you give it the old college try to stay within your budget parameters, you will gain status. If you're homeless, you will get out of homelessness. You'll get into a house. If you're poor, you'll move up a level. All of those are positive things just by keeping a budget. Okay, so the 50% is all your housing needs. And your 30% is supposedly your entertainment. And the entertainment bit, you're going to have to fudge that because you're poor. And so you got to have a car, you got to have insurance for that car, gas, oil, maintenance. Okay, that's all part of that 30%. You also got your cell phone, your maybe you got a small computer or something, your charging systems for your cell phone. All of that is with your 30%. And then you got 20%. Now the 20%, the last 20% should be the first. I mean, you fill up the 20% envelope first. And that is your savings. And that's going to be, you're saving for a better life. So that's where that's going to come in. Then there's, we got to parse that out a little bit better than that, because there's, just sitting here thinking there's expenses that need to be dealt with. And so we're going to go get in a whole lot more depth on this, along with all these other topics I've been talking about lately. We're going to go way more in depth soon. Right now, we're just breaking the ice to try and get the ideas going. Now, on this budget thing, are you aware that the average, let's see here, the average income for a single person is $55,000 a year. That's quite a chunk. Okay, so out of that $55,000, you're looking at $4,600 a month in expenses. Okay, I got all this stuff written down here. $4,641 a month in expenses. And what else we got? Well, this is a bunch of numbers that is, the food. The food is part of the household budget, right? Now, they say the average amount of food for one person is $832 a month. Oh man, that's kind of basically what I do. How I figure mine is no more than $10 a day for food. Okay? And I shoot for $5 a day. That's all day long. That's how much my food is going to cost, $5 a day. But in reality, it's probably more like $7 a day is what I spend. And I spend a lot less on transportation, because I don't go very many places anymore. And everything is bought and paid for, so all I got is insurance and gas and whatnot. The insurance is kind of a big one too, car insurance. So that's a hard one. Anyway, the point is that you need to be on a budget. You need to start now. You need to get serious about it. And once these things happen, once you change your behaviors to be able to work on your budget every day, so it becomes second nature, like it's no big deal, you're going to notice improvements in your life. You're going to notice a lot of that. Okay. Like I say, this is something we're going to get way more in depth on. And then the next thing we've got to talk about are learned behaviors, automatic behaviors, and the path of least resistance. All these things are important. You need to study each and every one of them to get the full concept of surviving and thriving. Not just survival, but thriving. And you can do it. Even if you're homeless now, you can do it. You can dig your way out of this hole that you've gotten into. But the number one thing, stop digging and start filling it back in. The first thing to do is get yourself a budget and start following it. Okay, folks, that's I think I'm going to leave it there. And remember, the lions and tigers and bears, they're all critters out there to get you. They're competing with each other to see which one can take the biggest bite out of you. All right. Thanks for listening. Subscribe. hit the like button. Okay, give me some love. Okay, thanks, folks. Alrighty, bye.